Welcome to Naples, Florida, the Paradise Coast, where the Gulf of Mexico's turquoise water and white sand meet. It's a gorgeous day here out on the water at Sugden Regional Park, and this is the Broward Motorsports Pro Watercross World Championship. Now I hope you all are ready to check out what happened in Pro Sport GP Moto 2. Guys, up to you.
Taylor on the inside. Osborne got a drive on the inside, but Taylor's right there. There goes Richard Taylor.
Oh, Taylor's got the motor today, no doubt about it. Number 13,
Richard
Taylor out in front on 1-1-1-1. 13, Sam Nemi in second. Watcon.com, whole shot award goes to Richard Taylor. Richard Taylor on fire.
Give him a huge round of applause. On the 1-1 Sea-Doo, Richard Taylor.
Richard Taylor's absolutely dominated the first two motos here in Sport GP. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen Keith Dill, the current world champion, running up front.
For Moto 3, our racer to watch is Broward Motorsports' own Sam Nemi. A guy from Cooper City, Florida, with 30 years of racing and multiple world and national titles, he loves the sport so much that he opened his own chain of Broward Motorsports stores. It's now time to check out Moto 3 of the Pro Sport GP. Guys, up to you.
Richard Taylor's absolutely dominated the first two motos here in Sport GP. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen Keith Dill, the current world champion, running up front.
Let's not forget about Jules Hawkins on that number 85 with that four-stroke in it. It's going to be exciting.
All right, here we go. Keep an eye on Sherman on the inside. Sam Nemi gets the jump. Oh, it's going to be Sam Nemi. It's going to be Sherman. Oh,
it's going to be Taylor.
Side. Look at Taylor.
Taylor makes the draw.
Oh, Taylor cuts inside. Taylor's going to take it. Nemi was right there, but it was Taylor. Here comes Richard Taylor.
Taylor on that 1-1-1-1 C2HX. He is going to make.
And it's the Watcon.com hole shot for Richard Taylor.
So as we let the race starts to stretch out a little bit, let me tell you about Richard Taylor's machine. He built this thing over the last 3 years. It's the combination of 4 different watercraft. He took the bottom of 2 X4 hulls, cut them longitudinally, squeezed them together, and put them underneath 2 HX hulls that he cut in half and put together so it fit within the class limits. Dropped a motor in it last week, and now he's out here leading the World Championship.
I'm going to call that weird science right there, but it's working very well because Richard Taylor has absolutely dominated Pro Sport GP here today as he goes down the front straightaway with the lead already over boat number 13, Sam Nemi. Nemi in second. Who we got in third? That's looks like
the 1-1-1 of Billy Dearman. If we look right behind him, we got the number 1 of Keith Dill, followed by the 296, I think, of Thomas Skellett. And there's Jules Hopkins on that number 85 blue C2HX with that Cowie four-cylinder, four-stroke motor. Rick.
And onto the back straightaway goes our leader, Richard Taylor, I am sorry. Absolutely smoking out in front on that Sea-Doo I guess we can call it a Sea-Doo HX.
Yeah.
Here comes number 13, Sammy Nemi again in second. He's been in second behind Taylor all day, and he finds himself there one more time.
That's such an unusual position for
uncharacteristic for Sam Nemi. Look at him come down the front straightaway, completely tapped out. It is Taylor going into that left-hander, followed by Sam Nemi right behind him, but Taylor not to be headed today. Taylor has dominated this race.
As Taylor heads into the split course section, he is continuing to extend his lead. Sam Nemi's doing everything he can to keep up, and way back behind him is the 1-1-1 of Billy Dearman as we watch Sam Nemi doing everything he can to catch Richard Taylor on that 1-1-1-1 C2HX he built at home over the last 3 years. Finished it a couple of weeks ago, brings it to the Pro Watercross World Championships. He is large and in charge. Rick Lake, as he makes his way onto the front straightaway, anything you can think of to say that we haven't said already about Richard Taylor?
Well, one thing for certain is that Richard Taylor, even if Sam Nemi were to get around him here in Moto number 3, he still will have the World Championship by virtue of winning both first motos. So that's not going to hurt him at all. However, Pride is on the line, and at this level, these guys don't want to give an inch, and he is not going to let Sam Nemi by him if he can help it. But look at, here comes Nemi. Taylor out in front, but right behind him now is Nemi. Nemi closing the gap quickly. Can Nemi get around him here in moto number 3?
I'm going to go with anybody can catch Richard Taylor. It'll be Nemi, and he's doing a great job right now. Now Taylor going to the outside. Nemi cuts right through way faster than Taylor. He's grabbing huge pieces of real estate.
There's number 1, the world champion, Keith Dill right now, but he is not running up front with Taylor and Nemi today.
Nemi starting to chase down Richard Taylor. As you said already, he can't win the world championship, but it is a battle going on.
Watch these guys. Nemi closing the gap. Taylor doing everything he can to keep that Sea-Doo HX platform out in front. But Sam Nemi would at least like to get a first out of one of these motos today, and he is doing everything he can to track down Taylor on that 13 Wave Blaster.
I'll tell you what, Richard Taylor calls his machine the 1111 and HXPL because it's a combination of 4 different modes.
That is amazing. Absolutely great work by Richard Taylor to create this watercraft that is absolutely dominating the racing today. He takes the inside split. Coming down the front straightaway one more time is Richard Taylor, our race leader on the 1111. That's a hard number to get used to saying.
I know. How about 11-11?
11-11.
It feels like I'm in kindergarten again.
I like 11-11. We'll stick with that. See if my brain can actually wrap around that.
I went through kindergarten 3 times. Forget it. I'm not going back. Here comes third position, the 111 of Billy Dearman. And right behind him, making a move up, the 85, Jules Hopkins. Now remember, Hopkins didn't have a great first moto. He did have a good second moto, and he has been moving up this entire time. Jules Hopkins might be in a position to be on the podium.
And meanwhile, out in front, Taylor has no idea what's going on behind him. 348 back there battling for position right now.
Kyle Hayes on that yellow 346 Yamaha, and here we go with Taylor once again. Looks over his shoulders. He goes down the front straightaway on that 1111 white Sea-Doo HX he built. There is Billy Dearman on the 111. Dearman, a multi-time champion, been sporting that 111 for quite some time. He's in the 3rd spot. This is the best moto of the day for Billy Dearman.
And the 1111 out in front and just charging through lap traffic right now, getting a little bit rougher out there, but not too awfully bad as he goes down that jet trim back straightaway. One more lap. Look at him go by lapped riders. Oh, 111 Dearman. He is down right in front of us, got the fire lit, probably a lanyard pulled off right there, but he's okay and going. There's your Polaris coming by. But out in front, our race leader, one more time, man, he is turning some fast lap times.
I will tell you, and he's got boats all in front of him. The 402 doesn't know he's coming. There goes Richard Taylor, Billy Dearman on the 111.
He's got
down in the water.
That's not a lanyard. That's something more than a lanyard, but you know what?
It's connected to it.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Oh, look at Taylor. Taylor on that 111. He is really leaving the rest of the field. Sam Nemi's not even in sight. Watches Richard Taylor. Goes on to the jet trim.
Oh, Nemi.
Oh, Nemi almost off.
Wow, Nemi.
What a recovery. Did you see that?
That was some fine riding right there by Sam Nemi. But Taylor on the 1111 out in front.
He might have missed it.
Nemi tried to catch him. Here comes Nemi working his way through some rough water. And he gets a little sideways right there, catches an edge, recovers, and goes, whoo, that was close.
I'll tell you what, who's recovered now, Richard Taylor.
All
very close to a world championship on that 1111 Sea-Doo HX he built himself.
And he has got a complete front straightaway lead over Sam Nemi in 2nd place right now. That is amazing. As Nemi comes by on that number 13 Blaster, goes into that left-hander. But he is not going to catch Taylor any longer. The 1111 out in front, heading into the back part of the racetrack and absolutely laying waste to this entire field in Sport GP.
No question about it. You see Richard Taylor on that 1111 down the back straightaway. He looked over his shoulder. He had to look twice because there was nobody there. Where did Sam Nemi go? He's worried about his friend.
He's not worried.
Maybe not. There he is. There's Sam Nemi.
Sam riding that blaster for all it's worth. And the amazing thing is, I mean, Sam is in front of everybody else by a mile. Our leader, 11-11,
White flag.
takes the white flag. 1 lap to go for Richard Taylor. Nemi is normally where Taylor is.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you,
is in that position.
Next time we see Nemi, I got to tell you where Sam is definitely already a winner. Look at the boat. That number 13 craft is absolutely beautiful. That Broward Motorsports machine, absolutely spectacular. All year long, Sam Nemi has been riding it like crazy. They come to the World Championships and a home-built 1111 C2 HXPL. Richard Taylor is just a few buoys away from a World Championship on his home-built machine, Rick.
And here comes Taylor working his way around the inside split here on his final lap. He has led every lap in all 3 motos today, and let's see him take the checkered flag. And a wonderful race today for Richard Taylor, a world championship. We'll be right back to speak to the champ.